Girly Pops, welcome to Tools Live. Thank you so much for tuning in wherever you are watching from, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook or YouTube. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe and follow along. This is on my other channel on YouTube called Tools Live, and this is where we talk all things entertainment and pop culture. I am streaming to my personal Instagram. So I'm so glad that you are here wherever you're watching from. If you're watching the replay of this, don't worry, we've got you. We're still going to continue on the conversation in the comment section down below. I hope you have a drink. I hope you have a snack, and I hope that you relax. I'm burning a Jumlo and London candle. I've got a glass of wine, and we're going to be talking all things reality check America's Next Top Model. The documentary dropped yesterday with 3-part episodes, which are about an hour each, and it was jaw-dropping. I mean, there were some things that we knew that were apparent, and we're going to discuss them all. So, this show is very much interactive. So, I feed off of your energy, I feed off of your likes, I feed off of all your comments. I want your opinions. I want you to come through with the shadiest comments, with all the fun jazz that we love to do. So please make sure that you comment wherever you're watching from, so I can bring them up onto the stage. Like this one, we are within. Exactly, we are within. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. So yes, without further ado, let's get into the tea that is America's Next Top Model reality check inside America's Next Top Model. Okay, so I watched the 3-part documentary. I mean, I wasn't going to watch all 3 parts. I was going to leave one for this evening, but I ended up watching all 3 parts. And finally, someone is doing this documentary. There is apparently another one that is doing, but I think with this kind of thing, you need to strike while the iron is hot, and you have to be the first when it is shown. Hello, welcome in. And you have to be the first when it comes to producing and releasing your documentary on this kind of platform, in this kind of way. And over COVID, a lot of people watched America's Next Top Model and all seasons of it, and it's problematic. Listen, the show was super problematic, but we enjoyed it, we watched it, and it was one of the best viewed TV shows, and that's why it grew and had so many cycles. So, the documentary starts off with memes, which is fantastic. Oh, I don't even, in English, I don't even have my notes open next to me. So, this show was shot in 2003 and aired in 2003. So, I mean, that's over 20 years ago. And watching and seeing this watching the show with this kind of lens, you can't, with the 2026 lens, I don't think it's a good comparison, because where we are now is completely different to where we were in 2003. And I'm glad that we are where we're at the moment. You know, even the fashion industry was atrocious, and how they used to objectify women and sexualize women. Think of Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, and all the midriffs and all of that. And women were sexualized and pitted against each other in that era. Listen, we lapped it up. We enjoyed it. We fed the beast in 2003. However, it also can take a toll on people's health mentally. And there were reality TV shows like The Simple Life, The Osbournes, Survivor, and what was that Nick Lachey and Jessica Simpson show too? That was also on air. Chicken of the Sea. I mean, that stuff aired, and back then the reality TV shows would be overproduced. They would go the extra mile. Think of Survivor. I mean, what they put them through. Anyways, but we're not talking about those shows. We're talking about Tyra Banks' show, America's Next Top Model. And I think, listen, I was watching the show religiously. I loved the show, and every cycle was better than the next. But they also did problematic things throughout the show. With Tyra Banks, I mean, she came from the model world. She came from the likes of Victoria's Secret, and she used to do runway shows and do all the most amazing catwalks and, all that jazz. She was, a runway queen. So I understand her idea to come up with this kind of concept, and because it was also American Idol was very prevalent and very much um, a big show in the industry. The fashion industry in that era was so wild. There were no barriers to entry back then, so they got away with their atrocities. Exactly. Exactly. It was insane. And the way I was in the fashion industry, believe it or not. But, you know, it was about being skinny. It was about being beautiful. And people would say, like, in castings, and you'd be rejected, like, no, you're too fat, you're too skinny, or you got crooked teeth. And it was all about perfection and trying to embody the perfect ideal woman. And I mean, Victoria's Secret had to change their fashion show so that it's inclusive and diverse. The amount of there was only, I mean, a couple of women, Iman, Naomi, and Tara, who are women of color that were in that era of supermodels. Um, it was so strict back then. Absolutely, it was super strict. You think, oh, Zempica will get you anywhere. Absolutely not. But Tyra Banks saw a gap in the market and thought she wanted to do something to discover women that were of all shapes and sizes. And that's when we came with Wanna Be On Top. Wanna be on top. Yes. Remember? I remember this theme song like nobody's business. And hearing it got me excited. Every episode, who was going to go, who was going to stay, and there was drama. There was drama in this show, and we lapped it up. We really enjoyed it. And this show went on and on and on for a couple of seasons. I mean, I want to say, half of the cycles and the seasons. I didn't end up watching all of it because then they changed judges, then they changed hosts, and I mean, also I guess I grew up, not, and I didn't stop watching it because it was problematic. I stopped watching it because I grew up. Yes, absolutely. We ate it up. We ate up this show, and I don't remember. I used to download it illegally, so don't tell anyone. But so now we're in 2026, and we are looking at the show with a lens. In the documentary, they say that Hey Trevor, hey, welcome in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up button, like, share this wherever you're watching, and share it with your friends. Say, hey, come tune in and talk about all things America's Next Top Model reality check documentary. And we used to tune in and watch it every week. It was I remember watching it religiously. I think, was it around the same time as Gossip Girl? Anyways, but yes, this was a show that was piqued my interest and I watched a lot of. Now, before I speak on the show and the documentary, I just want to do a little bit of a backstory on Tyra Banks. Okay. Honestly, I think Tyra, as Wendy Williams would say, has a ticky ticky boom boom. She's a bit cuckoos. I don't think she is of sound mind. I feel like the way she spoke in this documentary, she sounded like the Donald Trump of models. She sounded crazy. And the fact that she doubles down on things, she doesn't take accountability for things, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I said I was going to do a little backtrack on Tyra Banks. Yes, we grew up. Now we see the problems now. Exactly, 100%. So what was I saying? Okay, so I mean, Tyra Banks, I feel has a little bit of a ticky ticky boom boom, and not only in the show, she also had problematic moments on her uh, talk show. So I mean, I think the talk show was after ANTM, and I remember a couple of episodes. One with Naomi Campbell, one with Janet Jackson, and one with Beyonce, where she's just weird. Weird. Let's take a look.
I don't have an in-studio audience here with us today, so I'm going to ask you at home to please help me welcome Naomi Campbell.
I mean, how you are essentially inviting your bully onto your talk show. You have the upper hand, A. B, she she's going to embarrass. She wants to embarrass Naomi Campbell, not having a studio audience. But what is that? Anyways, clank, clank.
It's so weird because it's so quiet.
I know.
How does, thank you.
Now, listen, I know that Naomi, Jeffrey Epstein concubine Campbell, is also problematic. We're not going there. Today's show is not about that. I know she's problematic on herself by herself, but just we are talking about Tyra Banks and her weirdness. All right.
First of all, Naomi, I want to thank you for coming here.
You're welcome.
This is not easy for me. I know it's not easy for you too, especially with so many years and
Naomi
years
couldn't give a fuck.
But I thought it was a good idea.
What did you think when because I didn't want to call you personally because I wanted the first time for us to see each other. It's been a while.
I didn't want to see you
each other
before
here.
the show because I think
Yes.
it's better to be fresh. But I'm happy to be here. I'm really happy. And I said yes right away.
Yeah. I want to go back to when I was 17 years old. So that was about, what, 14 years ago.
Well, how old was
I
I?
mean-
I was 17. I was
18, 19,
21.
21.
Yeah,
Yeah,
21, 1991.
Yeah, 1991. And I
mean,
don't know if you know this,
This
but
is
even
crazy.
before I left for Paris, I had your pictures plastered all over my bedroom walls.
I mean, so I think, yeah, just to invite your bully, not have an audience there is a bit weird to me. We were hooked. SABC3 gave us the best 30 minutes of our lives. Yes, it was on SABC3. So okay, I did watch it somewhere. Not even maybe in a couple of seasons when it was off SABC3, maybe I did kind of watch it elsewhere. But yes, it gave us the best 30 minutes of our lives. Remember when shows were 30 minutes? Oh my goodness. Now my vlogs are longer. Anyways, moving on. So that was the interview with Naomi Campbell. And then they go on. I mean, throughout the interview, Tyra is like explaining to Naomi how she bullied her. And Naomi ends up apologizing for it and they hug it out. But I mean, you could have done this not on your show. You could have done this in private. You could have done this face to face. I mean, but I mean, that's Tyra Banks for you. And another case in point was with Janet Jackson.
Okay. And you fart. And it stinks so bad.
Why are we talking to Janet Jackson about farting? Like, this is not even out of context. Tyra Banks comes up with this question to Janet Jackson, who's promoting her album. Where does farting come in with promoting the album?
Kill. Do you own up to it? Or do you go, it stinks in here. Who did that?
No, I'll own up to it for sure.
Okay, then wait, hold on. There's a weird part.
It was pretty loud. And you brought
Disease, but like I don't know what you call it.
Yeah.
The doorman thought it was
Okay,
Janet.
here it comes.
Well, Janet, I'm very gassy. I have not a disease, but like
Look
I don't know what you call it.
Look at
This thing. It's called
sorry.
IBS.
If you hear that,
It's called irritable bowel
sorry,
syndrome.
hold on.
Y'all know I fart all.
If you hear that in the background, it's Chinese New Year. Happy Chinese New Year to everybody. I thought we were getting bombs, after I was calling Naomi Campbell, Naomi concubine Epstein Campbell. I thought we were going to get raided. Okay, anyways. So Tyra Banks is talking to Janet about farting. Look at Janet's face.
And you brought the stench with you too.
Well, Gil, I just want to let you know I'm
The
very.
doorman thought it was her.
Yeah.
The doorman thought it was Janet.
Yeah, see what he does to me?
Well, Janet, I'm very gassy. I have not a disease, but like I don't know what you call it. This thing.
farting
It's called IBS. It's called irritable bowel syndrome, and y'all know I fart all the time in the makeup room.
Oh, you do?
All the time.
Is it funky?
I feel like I can telegraph my fart.
Watch. Listen. Look at Janet's face.
Inside,
Look
I know
at Janet's
if it's
face.
gonna be funky or not. You can just feel it. So, like, if it's not gonna be funky, why am I telling you this?
Exactly. We don't know
If it's not
why.
gonna be funky, I just let it out. And
She's
if it is gonna be funky, I'll let it out, and I'll be like, "Dang, who did that? What's this thinking?"
she is a weirdo.
You don't own up to it.
She is a weirdo.
No.
How
See,
was it
okay.
like answering these questions?
Okay.
Beyonce.
An
When was the
example
last
with
time you bought
Beyonce.
something in a store? Seance. If you could communicate with anybody that has passed away, who would it be? Beyonce. What's your favorite type of cheese? Greyonce. You get older, are you going to dye your hair?
I mean,
Clayonce.
look at Beyonce
ever
is
voted
like,
on
what
American Idol?
are you saying to me?
Slosha fierce. When was the last time you was a little tipsy? Squasha fierce. What sport?
What the heck? Tyra Banks. Please, Tyra Banks. What the heck? So, I mean, these are the moments of where Tyra Banks is crazy. I do find that she is a little bit insane, Is she a beautiful woman? I mean, she hasn't aged well. She was beautiful when she was younger. Um, but yeah, there's something. I will give her that. I think there is, she was beautiful and she's pretty, you know. Not my best. She's never been my best, you know. But anyways, moving on. And who can forget the most infamous moment where she lashed out on her TV show when fat shaming was started,
Bottom line
essentially.
is that people are used to seeing me looking like this and like this and
Oh, we
all
did.
that. And everyone seems
Zona,
to be
we
pretty
did.
okay with that. But for some reason, people have a serious problem when I look like that.
This is the one moment where I
Alright, when
do
I look-
agree with Tyra. I do agree with her
that.
here.
But luckily, I'm strong enough and I have a good support system. I mean, I love my mama. She has helped me to be a strong
I mean-
woman so I can overcome these kind of attacks.
If you were that strong, why are you on your television show in a bathing suit trying to prove people wrong? You wouldn't care if you were that strong. And why do you have to send a message about it? Okay.
But if I had lower self-esteem, I would probably be starving myself right now. But that's exactly what is happening to other women all over this country. So I have something to say to all of you that have something nasty to say
Okay.
about me,
Uh-huh.
or other women that are built like me,
Bring it.
women that sometimes or all the time look like this, women whose names you know, women whose names you don't, women who've been picked
Speak on it, girl.
women whose husbands put them down,
Louder.
women at work, or girls in school.
Louder.
I have one thing to say to you. Kiss my fat ass.
Yes. Yes. Kiss my fat ass. You see, the funny thing is that if she wasn't affected by this, she would not have said anything, you know? Anything, hey, Jenny, so good to see you. And we'll be seeing you soon. Did Tara know that she was the it girl there and there was no need for that behavior? Yo, ghetto. Exactly. She was, in terms of doing her own show. She was on the runway. She was on Victoria's Secret's Victoria's Secret's runway show. Like, I don't understand why. It felt like she always tries to prove herself and prove something, to I don't know who. I don't, because she doesn't need to um prove anything to us. We know that she's good. She's one of the legends. Okay. She didn't need to starve herself since her stomach was full of gas. I mean, exactly. Um, but yes. So onto this documentary, and I mean, when the previews came and the trailer was dropped, even people were like, "She's blaming us. She's blaming us for the atrocities that she did on that show, the not the nastiness that she did on that show." It's wild that she still doubled down and she blamed us because we wanted more. That's what she said. And my worst thing about her is the smug look that she gives. And it's almost like, I know what I'm talking about. I'm better than you guys. And that's why I think that she is the Donald Trump of models. Okay, I'm taking your comments. The stunt didn't land for me after ANTM. She knows those girls were starving themselves from their judges' comments. Exactly. So the thing is that you're contradicting yourself. You say you are pro body shape, pro body, and whatever size you are on your TV show, but then on ANTM, you're telling people to starve, that you're too big, that you're judging people on their bodies. Make it make sense. Tara, make it make sense to me, please. But yes, this was a completely different time, and I understand that. And I'll give it grace in terms of we have grown up and we've learned, and the world understands where we're at now, and it can affect people's mental health, and it's unhealthy in terms of telling people how they should dress, or how they should be, and or how their weight should be. I mean, which is crazy to me for people to even do. But we watched it and we loved it. We absolutely loved it. I haven't even looked at my notes. I've just been going. Yeah. Um, oh yeah. One of the notes that I did say is that she is a narcissist and a psychopath, and I mean that's kind of the Donald Trump of models. And the other thing, oh, that's what I wanted to say. The other thing is that if Tyra Banks, Tyra, my love, come step into my office. If you have nothing to hide, if you are so adamant in your stance with what happened on America's Next Top Model, open your comments on Instagram. Open your comments on Instagram. We just want to have a chat. Open up your comments. We just want to have a chat, babes. All right. Now, let's talk about the show. Let's talk about America's Next Top Model. Um, Sana, I was so gobsmacked. I don't know how many Tyras I said yesterday in the show. I mean, the fact that she was adamant and she stood by what she was saying. There was no moment where she was remorseful. She didn't take accountability for anything at any time. Ken Mock did. So I'm going to give Ken Mock also the same heat that I'm giving Tyra Banks. Just because Tyra Banks is a black woman, I'm not going to just pile it onto her and she was the face of the show. Ken Mock, whatever I say about Tyra Banks, okay, we spoke about the craziness of Tyra Banks and how cuckoo she is. But now Ken Mock was also the same person that was producing this show. They were producing this show together. So I'm not leaving Ken out of this. He's also part of the problem here. Love the quality of the stream. Thank you so much. You know, that's one of my favorite things to hear. That you're enjoying the stream and it's it's just kickback. And you know what? It's actually better when you watch it on your television, when you have YouTube on your television, and that you may be doing something else and doing enjoying the evening, but I'm in the background on your television, and then you can use your phone for something else. Just a suggestion. That's what I loved, how I watch live streams. Anyways, so yeah, I'm not going to just pin everything on Tyra Banks. I'm also going to pin this on Ken Mock, who was the co-executive producer with Tyra Banks. Okay, so we were talking about how the show had us by the chokehold. And it I mean I still love it. I mean, I would still watch the show for the crazy antics that it was. I mean, it would be actually quite interesting to watch the show now, uh a lot now that I'm a lot older and I have a lot more opinions, and I've you know I have I'm not in the fog of 2000s. Okay, 5 minutes into the hour-long episode, I knew where it was heading. Zero accountability. Laugh my ass off. Yeah. Ken indulged Tyra. I'm not defending him, but she's not nowhere near there. She's not all the way there. Exactly. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I'm so glad that I'm not the only one that thinks this about Tyra Banks, that she's got a cuckoo. Anyways, um, what was so crazy on this show? I mean, there were a couple of moments that I'm going to run through them. The funny thing is that watching the show, I can't even remember some of the things that happened. The one thing that I do remember happening was the race play, but we're going to get to that. One of the craziest things that the documentary went into was how some of the girls went for medical treatments. I think I kind of remember it. And Danny was told to get her gap closed, and this other girl, I can't remember her name, excuse me, was told uh, she was in the chair for over 10 hours, and the poor girl was getting her teeth fixed because she had a snaggle tooth or something crazy. I mean, in the documentary, her teeth look great now, but yeah, I don't. Why are you making women go for medical procedures? What were those doctors even licensed? Let's talk about that. Let's not talk about what you don't want out. I would love to know, were they even medical professionals? I still remember the Danielle episode vividly, and she was on the same cycle with Jade, as she was not taking beep from them. Shit, we can say shit on the show. So Danielle was the one that was told to get her gap closed, and this is what Tyra's had to say about it.
That was between a rock and a hard place for me, because there were agents that would tell me she will not work with those teeth. It's just not going to happen. That's what they told me.
Okay, I believe that. I believe that at that time. I believe that, but then fight it. Find just the same way that They went to ABC, NBC, Universal, uh, ABC to pitch their show, and they ended up at the last door with UPN, which took their show. There will be someone with that will accept Danielle and her gap teeth. Moving on.
And again, I could have just been quiet and let them handle it. But that's hindsight is 2020 for all of us. It just so happens that a lot of the things that are 2020 for me happened in front of the world.
Now she wants us to have sympathy for her because now she was making a mistake in front of the world. She's not taking accountability for it, which drives me crazy. And just says, listen, I made a mistake. I was wrong here. And I made a decision to push this girl to get her teeth done.
Bull fucking shit.
Amen.
Me getting my gap closed is not opening any doors for me.
100%.
You knew what you were doing for the show. You were making good for TV at my expense.
And there it is. Oh, I've got goosebumps. There it is. She cared about the show more than she cared about the girls. Tyra Banks cared about her show more than she cared about the contestants on the show. And I think now, as we're talking, that's what I am gathering. And that's what my conclusion is. And Ken Mock and Tyra Banks cared about their show more than they cared about the contestants, the other judges, etc. Okay. Okay. Yes. Oh, Tyra Shim, yeah. Hi. Exactly. Then this is a episode that I will never forget. I will never forget. Maybe because I'm black, and I was like, the fuck? What the fuck is going on? What is going on? Why are people in blackface? It was crazy. It was crazy even at the time. I was young at the time when I was watching this show, and seeing this, I was shocked. I remember being shocked and being like, no, 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 no. Hey Tools, hello girly pops. I'm glad that you're here. Daddy was standing on business throughout this docu, fearless. Exactly. Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. Hi Sandy, so lovely to see you. I'm so glad. And we had our little exchange this morning. Maybe you need to be a guest on this show. You need to be a guest on this show once and for all, please. Anyways, so yeah, this was an episode that shocked me, that took me by surprise, and where they had white girls being painted as ethnic colors. Some girls were Indian. Honestly, that is the craziest thing I'm hearing. Honestly, it's wild. Some girls were black girls. Some white girls became black. Some white girls became Indian. I don't even know. I can't even remember if the black girls became white. And the other, it's not in my notes here. The other episode that I remember is when, and they did mention it in the documentary, is when they were dressed up as poor and homeless, and they posed with homeless people. Like, what the heck? That's crazy. That's insane. Like, I remember that vividly. Those two episodes I remember vividly. Hey, girly pops. So it's so wild to me. Hello, girly pops. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Now, the most disturbing story was the one of Sullivan, Shandi, the Walgreens girl, and how she was essayed on camera. She was essayed on camera, and yet no one stopped it. People still had cameras up. And what's even worse, Ken Mock and Tyra Banks covered it. Furthermore, Tyra Banks is joking on the show, talking about cheating as with having a girls' night with the other contestants to bring out the trauma that this girl is facing. That is crazy. Now, that is not even on Ken Mock. That is on Tyra Banks. That the fact that she would antagonize this girl knowing that she got essayed on camera, which is so crazy and disgusting and ridiculous to me. Why is Tyra not under conservatorship? Bring back Wendy. Amen. Amen. Homeless, not toothless. Oh, yes. If you watch Real Houses of Beverly Hills, you would get that one. That's a funny one. And this is actually so hilarious that we went from the Gap story to this. Amazing. Amazing. This is why I love the girly pops. Amazing. Oh, hilarious. So, yes, that was scary to me and crazy to me. And also, there was like moments where she'd be like, a contestant would say, "My best friend died and I'm so sad." And then Tara would be like, "What's wrong? Are you okay?" "No, my best friend died and we had to bury her yesterday. Oh, I'm so sorry." Right. Tomorrow's challenge, you'll be photographed in a graveyard. Girl, what? Yes. What about mental health? What about trauma? It's so crazy to me. Absolutely so crazy to me. But we lapped it up and we enjoyed it. And apparently, Tyra Banks says that we wanted it. The executives were pushing for this kind of thing because the network wanted it. And now they also said that so for me, I don't believe that the executives would involve themselves in creative. I do believe Ken Mock and Tyra Banks had a final say on what creative was going on the show. There's no ways that executives would bother. They care about the money and they care about ratings and the viewership. They don't care about what you do from a creative point of view. That's why you do the show. That's why there's production that does the show. They don't care about that. They care about the numbers. That's what executives do. But now to blame executives for the firing of Jay, the firing of Nigel and Miss J, no. Take accountability, Tyra. Take accountability. Um, Tools. I'm so happy you're mentioning Ken in your criticism. He isn't talked about enough. Exactly. You see, okay. And I also did this purposefully because I know that the world is very cruel to black women. And I feel that men, and majority of the times it's white men that get away with this kind of crap. They even mentioned Janet Jackson and the Super Bowl. Janet Jackson was blackballed in the industry, not just Justin Timberlake. Okay. And also, there were co-executive producers on the show. Ken and Tyra are fully both responsible for the show. The only problem is that Ken was not front facing. He was not in front of the camera. So that's why I think I'm not giving it a pass, but I do feel like because Tyra was front facing and she was America's Next Top Model, Ken didn't get that much heat because he was behind the camera. And I think that's not right. That's why this thumbnail on YouTube has both Ken and Tyra as Lucifer. Anyways, so that's exactly. Thank you for acknowledging that. Okay. However, I mean, the show did give us countless memes that we use till this day. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Oh, I mean, learn something from this. When my mother yells at me, like kind of feel like I could actually say it verbatim with a cadence and with the head movements. You know, apparently it was worse. What aired was worse, and I can believe that. I can believe that. I can believe that Tyra went off and was insane, and then she covers it up by saying, "Oh no, I saw something in her that was me, etc. Bitch, please, don't even, don't even lie to us. And yeah, annoying, annoying. I want to chat about the judges, but before I do that, I want to take a quick break. I want to charge my glass because we are empty on the wine. Mm. But we will be right back after these messages. If you know me, you'll know that I absolutely love Spotify. And one of the many features that I love is Spotify's algorithm. It is incredible. It also has the ability to take all your liked songs and categorize them into genres. Okay, let me show you how cool this feature is. If I open up Spotify, I can go to my liked songs and you'll see that all of these songs are from different genres. And like Bad Bunny is not the same as Janet Jackson, is not the same as Olivia Dean, and is definitely not the same as Nat King Cole. So what Spotify does at the top, it has a menu item with all the different genres. So if I want to get ready for a great night out, all I tap is upbeat and it curates all the songs into upbeat music underneath that genre. Maybe I feel like a mellow kind of mood, then all the mellow, chill songs are now in one playlist. I absolutely love this feature. And all you got to do is like songs so that it works in your Spotify. You are watching Yes, It's Me. No, not Yes, It's Me Tools. You're just watching Tools Live. So this is not on Yes, It's Me Tool. See, I sometimes get so confused. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. If you've just tuned in right now to the live stream, we're talking all things reality check inside America's Next Top Model, the documentary that premiered on Netflix yesterday. If you haven't watched it, do yourself a favor, go watch it, and then come back to this live stream and you know, we've got you. We will still be chatting in the comment section down below about what we think about the reality TV show. I want to move on to chatting about the judges. Now, were they the best judges? No. And I'm not talking about Janice Dickinson because she wasn't in the documentary. And she also had her own show. And she's very problematic. Very problematic. Okay? Yeah. So, okay, wait, hold on. I'm missing your comments. Okay. So, yeah. She was very problematic, and that's why I'm not speaking about her. Maybe Sandy and I were actually chatting about her this morning on Threads, and apparently she has her own documentary coming out very soon. I'm sad that ANTM was cruel to the girls. I loved it so much, even the British crossover. Yeah, you know what? Like, it has a potential to be amazing. The show has a potential to be great and find amazing girls, and especially to give them a future, especially women that are not in New York and LA and have the access to go to go sees and do that, because this show was essentially about finding the diamond in the rough. And I mean, look, Candace Swanepoel comes from Salt River here in South Africa, and look where she is now. So there are beautiful women all over the world, and I think the intention of this show was there. However, the money, the success, the greed to be more and to be number one overpowered that um, trajectory, if you will. Okay. She wanted to be so relatable, but she fell flat. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Anyways, so, I mean, they went and explored in the documentary the situation with the judges and how they were let go. So Tyra said, do I have that clip? I don't think I have that clip. Shit. So in the documentary, Tyra says that she felt like she was a mess. Hold on, I need to get that clip. Oh no, I don't think I have it. Anyways, she was a mess, and she cried herself to sleep, telling, having to tell Jay, Miss J, and Nigel Barker that they were fired. And she says in the documentary, we have no sacred cows. Everyone can be sacrificial. And Tara, I'm telling you to do something, and you must do it. And then Tara ends up calling them to. Does she? Yeah, she ends up calling them and tells them to be fired. And the way she framed this is that they are the most amazing of friends, and the most that she's been with them through thick and thin, especially with Jay. That, with Jay, she spent nights in bed brainstorming creative with him, and they were essentially best of friends. So, you know what, if you are so upset about your best friend, and that you are that you have to fire him, like, why treat him like crap on the show? Okay, wait, hold on. So this was a further on in the cycles. Let's rewind a little bit back. Jay wanted to leave cycle 10, and he says excuse me, he says that it's because his moral compass was not right with us. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Those fillers and that Botox, he was loving the fame. He loves the fame. However, he wanted to move on to bigger and better things. I'm telling you that right now. That's my assumption of the situation. And he wanted Tyra's blessing for it, and Tyra was not going to give it to him. So he resigned to Tyra, and essentially they had a pact saying that if anything is, we come to each other first. If anything is bothering either one of us, we come to each other first. Sorry, I'm not reading your messages. Excuse me. Other docu coming March 4th on E. They say Janice Dickens is is on that one. Sorry. Ooh, that wine, girl. Yes, I've seen the preview of that show. Yeah. Will I watch it? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, this is explosive enough, and yeah, I don't need to hear from Janice Dickinson. Maybe I might, if it's there, and I don't have anything else to watch. I feel like the Janice docu is going to be worse. If I was Tara, I would make an appearance on it. Well, executive produced like she did or does, you know. Um, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that documentary goes down. She's coming across as a bully. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. She bullied those girls, and that's what. Oh, I didn't even put that into this thing. Damn it, man. So 2 weeks ago, Tiffany, who was at who was the one of the memes, was, I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? She came out and said Tyra was a bully, and how dare she says this stuff to her, says this and not even taking accountability or apologizing. Yeah, but she's over it. Tiffany is really, really over it. Anyways, going back to Jay, Manuel, and Tyra, if you're that good friends, so Jay tried to resign in season 10, and then he sent an email to Tyra 3 days later. She didn't respond, and then she only responded with 3 words saying, I'm very disappointed. And then Jay doesn't leave. Jay stays on for a couple of cycles, and he's still shooting and still going. So you've resigned with Tyra, but you're still shooting, and you say, "Oh no, this is going to be my last one." 8 cycles later, you're still there, and then you get fired by your best friend. Your best friend, please, girl, you a dum dum. You are a dum dum. You should have left in cycle 10 when you originally resigned. Please. Jay, no. So, and he's also from uh, uh, South Africa. I was like, why are we in this right now? Jay, please. And then he also has a novel, he says, which is based off of, fiction, which is very similar to his story and Tyra. And he's been pitching that book to everybody that will listen. Um, so, anyways, then he's on a couple of cycles until the executives tell Tara that she needs to fire Miss Jay Alexander, and Nigel Barker because apparently they're not good for ratings. Mm, do I believe that? No, I don't. I don't. Um, well, it depends on where they were told. Was it, and it depends on the network. Was the show thriving and succeeding? I think it was at a dip. The show was going through a dip, and that's why they decided to restructure. Which I don't believe. You don't change your judges. You change the format. You change. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess RuPaul's Drag Race changed judges, Santiago or whatever the case may be, but Ru stayed and Michelle Visage has stayed since the beginning. So, yeah. Anyways, uh, Tara became the bully she experienced while she started her career. She got out to live her resentment to those contestants. Oof, what a great take. And I agree. I completely agree with you. Yeah. So all the resentment that she got from the industry, she took it out on the girls. Kind of makes sense. So basically, Tyra needs to go for therapy and work through those demons before she starts a show recruiting other girls. Tara is vindictive. You guys are going in on Tara. Maybe let me just pull the smug look about Tara while we talk about Tara. Tara is vindictive. Full stop. I love that. Now I'm Naomi Campbell's side. Tara's a piece of work. Well, we can't. Let's not cover and side with Naomi Jeffrey Epstein concubine Campbell, allegedly. Let's not do that yet, because allegedly trafficking, allegedly. So yeah, I think Naomi Campbell is beautiful. I think she's gorgeous. I love that she's a bitch. However, she has some shady ways about her. And yeah, anyways, clearly he did not want to resign. He wanted attention, but all he got was 3 words. Backs, you took the words out of my mouth. Out of my mouth. Absolutely. Absolutely. He loved the fame. Look at his fillers. Look at his fillers. Please. Yeah. Um he should have left when he wanted to. And he would have left with his pride. Now they they get fired and then it gets leaked to page 6. The moment that something gets leaked like that, then it's like almost like a Kardashian's pregnancy being leaked. It's all whatever is on the show doesn't matter. Whatever happens because it's a PR thing now, and the rumors probably helped the network because they're gonna be people are like, oh, who's gonna be the next judges, and doing a nice peaceful press release doesn't help the drama. You know what I mean? So saying a statement from everyone saying, we left with all, we love each other, whatever. These people have not heard from Tyra Banks. They're not friends with her. This bitch has not called you. This bitch has not even gone to see Miss J while she's been in a hospital bed for a year. Please. This bitch does not care for you. Guys. Anyways, moving on. Nigel Barker. Guys, I did not know this man was from Sri Lanka. he's a mixed masala. Listen, I've always thought Nigel Barker is very good looking, but now he's still daddy. He can still get it. I don't know why. For some odd reason, his posts still come up on my Facebook. It's not like I even follow him. I, but Nigel Barker, your daddy, Zaddy. We love it. We absolutely love it. Despite the environment, the judges stayed on for the money. Exactly. Exactly. So even when they saw, and the fame, let's not forget that. I think they stayed on for the money and the fame. And it was their job. And Nigel, he said he started on ANTM and it was his bread and butter, and you know, and then they were all shocked when they got fired. They had nothing to fall back on. Thank goodness Nigel has a skill, and that's not his body. Stop relying on that body. Um, he, he he's a photographer. I mean, yeah. Oh, honey, the girls are shady, not the concubine, babes. I love me some Naomi Campbell, but I'm going to read. The library is open, honey. The library is open. She's open, sweetie. I will not. No one, no, nobody is, uh, nobody is safe. That's what I wanted to say. Nor is Nigel. Anyways, so yeah. Then we went on to Miss J's story, who sadly suffered a stroke and was in the bed for a year. And thank goodness, she, thank goodness, Miss J. If I'm getting your pronouns incorrect, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Miss J was in a hospital bed for a year, and Tyra apparently in the documentary had not seen Miss J, or yeah, they had text, but they had not seen each other. Oh, one thing I do also want to mention on Jay is that Tara said that she she was not going to speak about Jay Manuel on the documentary, but she will. That's a special man, and that she wants to have the conversation one on one with him. If you're not scared of what people are going to say about that situation, and if he's your bestie of 20, or how many ever years, and as you claim, why not just talk about it? Why not just talk about it? Why not even, dare I say, apologize on air to Jay? Tara, Tara. So I mean, those are the relationships that I see with Tyra Banks. Okay, and that's what I'm seeing, and yeah, Ken Mock, I'm still there. Okay, um, we'll always get the same heat as Tyra will get. Now, my question is Tyra Banks said that we'll see what happens in cycle 25. Bitch, please don't you bringing this show back. Are you serious? Are you for real? You moved to Australia for a reason, to make hot ice cream. God knows what the fuck that is. But you went to uh, Australia to make hot ice cream, and now you want to come back to do ANTM 25. You can, babe, forget about it. It's done. It's no, sweetie. It's a cartel. Pelile. We're done. Yeah. No. Okay. Let me take. Okay. So that's me. That's done. I'm done with all of it. Um. Now I'm gonna take your comments. I'm gonna take what you guys want to say, and be shady. Be even if you want to speak about that concubine, we can go for it. Okay. Hold on. Let me do this. I want to read back this comment properly. Okay. Tomato. Tomato. If you're gonna produce a whole donkey, don't be selective because then she's still spinning her own flavor, obviously, but spinning the story in her favor. Exactly. You know, and the funny thing is, I read but it was an Instagram post that said that she actually did in fact produce it. But then I went to the producer credits for on IMDb and on the show, and Tyra Banks wasn't on it. So which is very interesting, and that she also chose to say yes, she would do this show and be interviewed on it. But she was also very calculated in what she said and how she said it. Maybe they gave her a pretty check. Okay. Um, she sells warm ice cream for goodness sake. Let the show rest. Whew, we are tired. Exactly. Like if it were, you see, like Project Runway is still continuing because the show is not problematic. It was open to all, and even though it was shady, Michael Kors and all those people were shady. When they would. And they were rating the people's outfits and designs, etc. I mean, I never got that much into Project Runaway, but you see, that wasn't a problematic show in terms of, well, we don't know. We don't know. Yeah. So, but from the onset of what I see, that wasn't a problematic show. But ANTM has run its course. If they like, I don't think we need to bring it back. Like, look at what happened to Queer Eye. Queer Eye with a straight guy started, and that was the format. And then we got Queer Eye on Netflix. Well, look at that. Those bitches are fighting. Those queers are fighting, you know? And I mean, I don't know who watches Queer Eye now. I mean, I haven't watched that in forever. She misses the fame. I think so too. I think it's fame is a drug. Fame is a drug, and people get addicted to it. And then when it's quiet, and when that's why this is fueled up now. This documentary has fueled up, and people are angry. Guys, please, not just Tyra. I want the heat for Ken Mock, Ken Lee. No, sorry, no, guys, that's not okay. Okay, Cycle 25 for what? For what? For who? Her time is long gone. Exactly, Madam V. Mm-mm. It's Dunzos. It's absolutely Dunzos. Yeah, I feel like I need to put music. What do you guys think if I put like background music as we're talking? You know, I don't usually do background music for these lives because when I want to clip them, I don't want them to have the background audio. Or maybe I can somehow get it without the background audio. Anyways, I'm surprised the models who did well and Tara mentioned as a success didn't appear. Yeah, like Eva Pigford. There are also a couple other models that like Nile who although I don't think it was her season. Was it her season? Nile, who is a deaf winner, um, very hot, very good looking. So, but it was actually because I mean, with a documentary, you need to be very fair. Well, from what I understand about documentaries, is that you need to tell the story and the audience must decide. And that's journalism. That's news. I mean, Sandy knows. That's journalism. That's news. That's giving the people what they need and what they want. Um, yeah. So I mean, maybe they declined. Maybe you know, Eva Pigford. I think she's on another show. You never know. So, um, but I'm sure their contracts don't. It's not like you can't be on a documentary because if anything, it helps PR for any other show that she's on. Yeah, I mean, and I mean there was only one model that spoke that was was kind of positive, and that was Whitney, who said that she went on to, she opened the doors, like Tyra Banks opened the doors for her, and for as a plus size model. I mean, at that time, when a plus size model won, there was a lot of heat already on ANTM. I remember that. I was like, okay, this girl is going to win because of PR, not because of, that she did well throughout the competition. No offense to Whitney, but that's the name of the game. That's how this entertainment works. So yeah, so I don't know. I honestly don't know. I will I watch Cycle 25 if Tyra Banks is involved? No, I'm not gonna watch Cycle 25 with Tyra Banks because of what I've said about how I think Tyra is not well. I don't think Tyra is well in her head. So yeah, Ken Mock as well needs to be cancelled. I would never want to work with that man because he was behind some of the creative. He was behind, he was co-signed, he edited, along with Tyra, both of them. So I'm going to give both of them the heat. Anyways, that has been Tools Live. I have had so much fun with you, and I'm glad that I'm getting into a rhythm of these lives. And make sure you go on to Yes It's Me Tools Live to check out my vlogs there. And we'd also do like a little bit of a kiki on a Sunday at 4 p.m. where we just chat, and then we come back here to the YouTube channel Yes It's Me Tools Live for the entertainment news there. So I hope that you will join me for all of that. And I love you so much for watching this recap. I want to do more of these. And I mean, my DMs are always open. So I'd love to hear what shows you'd want me to talk about, chat about, etc. So let me know. And I love you so, so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one, which is going to be Sunday, 8 p.m. on YouTube Tools Live. And maybe we'll do it here for Instagram as well. We'll grab the Instagram people in. But follow wherever it's Tools Live, you can follow there. All right. I'm just taking the last of your comments. Um, Ken has short man problems. What's there to drag? Honestly, he let her take the heat. He did. He did. Um, did you not feel orcs when? Uh, did you not feel orcs watching the whole thing? I suffer from secondhand embarrassment, and based on the clips alone, this looks like being a friends' family dinner, and they all stuff fighting. Yes, it was like it needed to be said in out in the open, but we're nosy. We are nosy. The bureau is nosy backs. We want to know. But yeah, it's also 20 years ago. This stuff happened like over 20 years ago. It's like crazy that like when I saw like a lot of video essays coming up, etc. I was like, this is crazy. Like, didn't you guys know this about ANTM? And also, this is so long ago. Why are we bringing this up? And there was calls for Tyra to be cancelled, etc. Then I was like, ugh, like it's let her live in Australia and do her hot ice cream, whatever. Anyways, but that being said, thank you so much. I love you so much, and yeah, that's it from me. I'll see you 8 p.m. on Tools Live, wherever you're watching this. And there's only one thing left to say, and that is good night, God bless, goodbye.